Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everybody, I'm AdamHarry from Bella Souls with...
And I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics Fantasy.
We're back with another Tabletop Spotlight.
Yes,
Evan.
exciting one. We have the Grand Alliance Order book.
Yes!
It's brand new from GW.
280
cool.
pages.
Yes, it's perfect. It's a good thickness to it.
It's softback too.
Yes, it is. You can see it bend.
Woo!
Very cool, very good.
Easy to transport.
Here's the back,
Yep.
but we'll get a closer look at that.
I'm pretty stoked about this one.
Yeah, let's
it's
do it.
all of the order stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yes.
let's just go. Let's
do
take
it.
a look at
Let's
this
do
book.
it.
Oh man, it's the
Exciting.
Grand Alliance Order book. I'm pretty
Exciting.
pumped to get into this book.
Oh man.
Start off with some basic stuff here. Full color, 280 pages.
Of course.
It's all the good guy stuff.
Yes.
If you are
Well, good guys. That's
quotes,
relative.
quotes, yeah, it's in quote, air quotes. But we've got. Let me skip to the table of contents real quick. We've got
Ooh, wow.
a bunch of different faction stuff
That's
here.
pretty
We've
looking.
got war scrolls for pretty much everybody. We've got the Stormcast Eternal stuff, all their good stuff. The Extremist Chamber, so
Nice.
those are the big dragons.
Right.
Seraphon Lizardmen,
I love them.
all their stuff. We've got the Wood Elves, formerly known as Wood Elves, which I can't read up to now.
Sylvaneth.
Thank you.
Yes.
We've got the Fire Slayers, which
Okay.
are the
They're
Dwarven
pretty-
Berserker Fire Slayers.
Pretty butt kicking. All right.
Yep. The Glory of the Ezzor. I can't read that one.
Azrim.
That's, I believe, more dwarves? I don't know. I can't.
We're not going to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, we'll read that in a second. The Devotees of Sigmar.
Okay.
Which, those are the formerly Empire, like the
Kind of the
priest
wizards.
class, the wizards.
Yeah. Okay.
Not the wizards. The battle. Gosh, the Sigmarite witch hunters.
There you
those
go.
types.
Very
Those
cool.
types. You know what I'm
All
talking about. The warrior priest. Thank you, brain. All right. We got free peoples, which those are your Empire militia and all that fun stuff. We'll get to all that stuff. The collegiate arcanes. Those are your wizards.
There you go. Okay. Makes
the
sense.
Ironwilled Arsenal, which is the first
Exciting.
mixed race faction.
That's very cool. Very
so
cool.
we've got
Dwarves
the
and
Dwarves and
Empire.
Yeah, hanging out.
Got a lot of cannons in there, let me tell you.
We've got the Dispossessed, which are the regular dwarves.
Yeah, they're the warriors
Jordan.
for the dwarves. Yeah.
Eldritch Council, which is more magic dragon riding dudes.
Okay.
The Phoenix Temple, which that's the High Elves. White Lion Rangers, which more High Elves. Order Draconis, which is dragon riding High Elves.
Very nice.
And there's some other stuff in there too. We'll get to all that. Swift, I can't read that one. Swift Hawk.
Swift Hawk.
Yes.
Agents.
More High Elves.
Scourge.
Scourge Privateers.
Yeah.
Those are Dark Elves, formerly Dark Elves.
Yes.
Daughters of Cain.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what those are. Witches. Then we've Darkling Covens, which are the regular Dark Elves. Shadowblades, more Dark Elves. Or the Order Serpentis, Dark Elves.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you get the rest. So you've got the kind of sections how they're all broken out.
For sure. Yeah.
It is kind of interesting to see Dwarves, Empire, Wood Elves, High Elves, Sigma
Yeah, it's interesting.
with Dark Elves. It's just kind of a new dynamic.
Disorienting, yes.
Yeah, but it's the new normal. Get used to it.
These first pages describe how the war scrolls are broken down and how you read them and whatnot.
Yeah. And we've got the key war scrolls.
Right.
All the new cool stuff here.
So here's the battalions for the Sigmarites, and then
straight into there. Most of these sections have a little front header that kind of talks about what exactly
the faction is.
Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a lot of that stuff.
Pretty artwork.
In the previous books, but yeah, very cool. This is the big consolidated Grand Alliance book.
Yes.
So some of this material, if you have the Stormcast Eternal book, you may not need it. Yes. But you may want to pick it up anyway, just because it's got all of the other factions.
Good fluff in it. And
it's got more the Extremist Chamber, which is important.
And for those of you who don't know, there's also a Chaos book just like this, and a Death book also.
Yes.
And soon to be
the Destruction book.
Destruction book, yes.
Yeah, and those are the big 4 core books.
Yeah, the 4 factions, I guess you could say. The 4 alliances. They're called Grand Alliances. So
yeah.
Yes.
These are the new Dracoth guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here's what we're going to at the start. Let me
Seraphon.
flip back one page. You can see what I'm talking about. So that was the end of that section. But at the start of each section, it goes through this sub-faction.
Yeah, and I like just this design because, of course, Seraphon are very star heavy. So,
but you've got the little
description, yes,
background info. You've got kind of how they're organized.
Yeah,
and like
slams at the top, and then you got the Old Bloods, and Starseers. Yeah,
and it goes through, and it's got a good consolidated version of all of the war scrolls and all the different units and all that fun stuff in one handy book for all of Order. So I'm skipping ahead here.
Okay, and we're going to...
this is the
Wood Elves.
Formerly Wood Elves.
Sylvaneth?
Yep.
Yes.
I can't read it, it's upside down. But again, you got the whole backstory for them too. It goes into more depth of what happened to them, just a little bit more, and it goes through all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So,
part of the Warhammer fun is learning about the backstories of each faction and whatnot. So
we've got all the cool models. Basically, too, if you look through this, the stuff that, let's just say the stuff that survived was the new plastics.
Yes.
So if a model from Warhammer was a newer kit in plastic, it may have made it. So
yes, anything that was die-cast metal or
die-cast,
got the boot.
Unfortunately for a lot of stuff, but
they're making the full switch to plastic, and then everything in here is going to be plastic models. Yeah.
Again, more of the Fire Slayers, all that organization,
I like
a little bit of backstory, and then just jumps right into the big dragons, the magma droths, which are really cool. They're like non-winged.
I feel like they're more like lizards than dragons, but they're very cool.
Very cool. Skipping ahead some more.
There we go. Okay.
This is the wings of Ezzor.
Okay. So we got a lot of high. What is the high?
It's the good guys. It's the
it's just the good guys that can fly.
Yeah. Exactly. So if you notice here too, that's a black dragon. That's the old school, not old school, but the dark elf dragon.
Interesting.
We've got the winged Stormcast Eternal guys. We've got the Empire Griffin, formerly the Marshal guy, the king.
Okay.
On a Griffin. You've got the Drakes in the background, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We've got the High Elf dragon here, which last time we talked, Drake called these guys the Noodle Dragons. Which you can kind of tell. It's like
wonderful.
These are their beefed up cousins, and those are the Noodle Dragons. They're not as noodly as like the 5th edition. And then you just go and there's all the guys that basically have wings. The Aesir guys. And then we've got the Stonebreaker Battalion.
A lot of silver now.
Yes. All the dwarves that formerly. Notice here too. There's a
steam tank. You can run some Iron Drakes with a steam tank. How devastating would that be?
It's pretty scary, man. Hold the line with the dwarves, punch them in the face with a steam tank.
Yeah, right.
So there's the Ezerheim. Can't read that. Lance host.
Lance host. Yes.
Yeah, those are the guys on the ground with lances. You got it. But it goes through all those different ones. Cavalry, exactly.
Yeah.
Warrior priest, witch hunters. This is the Devoted of Sigmar.
Oh, there we go.
And again, it's great because if you had an Empire army, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Your paint scheme, whatever, everything's new, so you can kind of go nuts.
Yeah, it's very nice. And this book, too, like, it's GW's paint jobs, but it gives you some good ideas.
Oh, yeah.
For a lot of the painting.
I think this blue and gold is definitely a new theme for the Empire. I don't remember an Empire land that had blue and gold as a predominant color.
Bretonnia was.
Like Mindenheim.
A little blue.
They weren't Empire, though.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. They would have punched those Empire guys. But yeah, the Flagellants are back.
For sure.
Some of my favorite models to convert with, for sure. So, and then the Free Peoples, again, this gets into all of those Empire. You've got the General and the Griffin. You've got the Knights of the Empire. The Demi-Griffins were awesome.
Yeah.
They're back. So. And then we've got the
firing line, of course, and
the crossbowmen, free. It's just everything you were looking for. And again, one book. Skipping ahead some more. College of Arcane.
There's your wizards.
Yeah, and they have their own war council here too. It's a basically take one of everything, and then 3 to 8 battle mages. So there's your awesome battle mages. And they actually have different magic and stuff like that. So good times there. Good old wizard riding a griffin's never. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the cool laser.
I've always liked this model.
Glass.
It's very cool.
There's the celestial.
There's the solar system.
Yeah, exactly. Which probably looks a little different now that the Realm Gate Wars are going on.
Right.
And then this is the first mixed race faction.
It's so interesting.
So the Empire Battle College, formerly known as the guys that made the steam tanks and the cannons and everything like that, they basically teamed up
with kind of the mechanical
dwarves.
Yeah. And you can see in this picture too, you see some gyrocopters in the background, and you see the Empire cannon,
the Hellblaster,
and then you see the two
the rockets in the
formerly
background.
engineers, but now it's very interesting how they did it.
Yeah, I mean it kind of makes sense too because they had the same kind of vibe going. It was all about
for sure,
guns and bringing the boom, right?
Definitely, very annoying if you're going against, but
very true. So, but cannon lines, dwarf cannons, and Empire Hellblasters. It's just an evil match made in the Realm Game.
Definitely. And as you notice as we're flipping through this section too, you won't see anything like the flame cannon because it was a die-cast model. You got the boots, no longer there.
But the plastic steam tank.
Yeah. And we were talking about earlier too, you could put probably a dwarf in there and it'd still be a cannon, you know?
It's still
a cannon.
Right? And then the gyrocopters, which are great.
Right.
So that's another new model. We've got the Grudgebound War Throng, all that stuff.
Very cool.
Yep. So if you played regular stunties,
yes,
you're back. You're ready
Shield
to rock.
walls all the way. Definitely with your Iron Drakes. Yeah.
I mean, they make them look cool. I will say that the Iron Drakes there, the Longbeards, they're back. All those old classics are back. Hammerers, Thunderers.
Yeah.
Skipping ahead, I want to get to some. There they are. High Elves.
Nice.
They're back for sure. Coming strong. What happened to them? They've talked a little bit about the Phoenix Temples and just where have the elves been? Elves. How do you say that now? Elves?
I think so, yeah.
I'm just going to call them elves. Is that cool?
It's just GW.
Sorry.
Just,
you're just pointy-eared elves.
Seraphon instead of Lizardmen,
The Lion Rangers talks about them, what they've been up to, stuff like that.
Definitely,
So, White Lions. Very cool unit. Very powerful one. And now they're back.
Because these Grand Alliance books too are kind of like not the first backstories, but like since Sigmar came out, they're giving you a lot of like quick information of what's been going on. What's different from Sigmar from the older version of fantasy.
And then we've got Shadow Warriors, which are kind of the in between of the High Elf and Dark Elves, which is why we jump right into the Dark Elf section now. So we've got the Privateers, the Scourge Privateers. These are the guys that rode around on the black ships, causing mayhem.
Somehow they're
in the old world. But they're back. The black ships are back.
I like it.
Very cool. Yeah. They have their own battalion scroll there.
It's nice. We're about to see a Hydra too, which is nice.
We're back with the Black Ark Fleet Master there.
Pirates, all the
Black Ark Corsairs. And these are all really cool models. And then Charybdis is just
nasty,
gnarly looking model. So. And then all those guys are back. The Daughters of Cain are back. The Blood Witches, they're ready to roll. This is a cool thing too. You remember that cool Medusa model? Boom! Now you can take her on foot.
It's very nice.
So that's a nice little nod. If you made the cauldron instead of that, you can now use her. So very cool. But the witches are definitely back. If you had the more traditional troops,
for the Dark Elves,
you've got the Sorcerer, all that stuff. You've got the basic You've got the Executioners, the Dreadspears. These are the basic. These were the basic foot troops.
Okay.
And then, I can't read this. Bleak Swords and Dark Shards.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the repeater crossbow guys, which everybody was a huge fan of those. Except where you're getting shot by them. Assassins, Dark Riders, they're all back. It's really cool. The Hydra, this thing's a beast, obviously, but it's also in combat. It's a beast. And then we got some of the Wanderers, the Wood Elf stuff.
Yeah.
So very cool stuff in the background. They're kind of separate from the Branch Wraiths armies now.
The Sylvan Elf?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got the Tree Spirit army, and now you've got the Wood Elf Blade Guard.
Yeah.
So those guys are back too. So those
are
cool
the Tree Lord would be the Sylvaneth, whereas
right.
These are the basic the Wood Elves.
And then we've got the 4 pages of rules.
Yes,
but you've got to have those,
which is always nice. And I feel like they put them in every book because they like to show them off.
So this is a great book, I think, for anybody playing on any of the Order factions. It's a great just to have for quick reference.
Definitely.
So definitely in stores now. Check it out. We're gonna hop out for a really quick recap. Well, that was the Forces of Order Grand Alliance book.
Very cool. I
Pretty cool stuff. Real quick. Stats on this one. Games Workshop,
yes,
obviously.
Games Workshop is a maker.
Age Sigmar.
$35 even.
Wait, whoa. $35?
Yes. It's a very nice price, let me tell you. With all that, it's good thickness. It's paperback. Only $35.
Only $35?
Mostly probably because Games Workshop wants you to play the game. So,
hey, that's a good enough reason for me.
Right.
A 280-page, full color, high quality
Yeah, it's nice pictures in there.
For
$35, all
$35,
the information you need. $35 is very nice.
Yeah, that's a good price point. I can appreciate that one. But a really good book. Again, if you play any of those factions, almost a must buy.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
And if you're interested in the factions, I mean, you've got the background stuff.
For sure, you can pick it up, look through it, see if you ever want to get into the factions. So that
sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Well, that's been another Tabletop Spotlight. I'm AdamHarry from Bell Lost Souls.
And I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
Thanks again for watching. Have a good one. Tabletop Spotlight brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.